That's offensive.
Front desk staff.
Front desk staff,
Please, you must help me, front desk staff.
This is one of those jokes that's like, it's very much like our kind of joke. That it's one of those like stupid nerdy jokes that I think
Because it's like a semantic
yeah,
joke.
it's like a stupid like language joke or whatever, and we go, haha, that's funny for somebody to say front desk staff
Like quickly in an emergency.
But
Front
like
desk staff, please help. We're out of ice, front desk staff.
But I feel like if you tell anybody this, they're like,
Not that.
it's not funny. I love it.
I mean, the second you explain anything, you're out.
You're out.
You're out of the game.
So,
Hunger Games.
did you watch those?
So I did in college. Do you remember my friend Daniel?
Yeah.
I did in college, and I was in my dorm, and I was watching the first one. It's probably just drunk. We're having a rough time, lying down, sobbing, weeping to the Hunger Games. Daniel comes in, and he just looks at me and kind of shakes his head and walks right back out. Because it was clear what I was watching. He was like, this is nothing. This is nothing I want a part of.
Doesn't the little girl die in it or something, though?
I can't remember it to save my
Some
life.
little girl that she became friends with in the arena.
Right, Rue dies.
Rue, okay.
Spoiler alert.
Sorry. I mean, if you haven't seen that, though, I mean, come on. It's only the first one, and she's not an important character.
I will say, don't read the books.
I wasn't planning on it.
I just think it's probably next to Twilight, one of the most poorly written things I've ever read.
Did you read Twilight?
I read the preface of Twilight, and I said, I can't.
I read the entire series. And let me tell you something. That last book, it's shocking. It's shocking.
Mm.
Like, you kind of have to read. You kind of have to read through it.
Honestly, I could not get to the narrative behind the writing. I could not.
So bad.
It's bad.
It's bad.
And that someone published that is irresponsible.
Are you Team Jacob or Team Edward?
Okay, in theory, I'm Team Edward.
Okay.
Because vampires are cooler. They're better.
But in practice?
In practice, Jacob's hotter. But he's like a sexy little pig.
Yeah.
A sexy little piglet. Is that you like that one? I'm talking about Taylor Lautner. He looks like a jacked little sexy little piglet. I love it.
I was gonna. Oh, that's funny. Wow, that made me laugh harder than I thought.
Ham.
I'm sorry. It just makes me think about a little pig dressed up like sexy. And it just makes me
Like
laugh.
for Halloween or
Like a sexy little pig. Oh, okay.
like Piglet in a slutty nurse's
yes!
outfit.
Yeah, just like so stupid.
Oh my god.
I'm definitely Team Jacob all the way.
You are?
Yeah, I feel like Edward is just super creepy and weird, and also all they ever talk about.
It.
Yeah, say it. He's like really serious. He doesn't have a sense of humor whatsoever, and
he
No.
tried to make a joke, right? That one time.
yeah, and then he said like that was a joke. I think. And
What
then
did he say? Hang on, spider monkey.
That wasn't a joke.
Oh.
That wasn't a joke. That was just like, cutie, whatever. Hang on there, spider monkey or whatever.
Banter.
Yeah, that's his like cute little banter. But I just think he's just creepy and weird and has no sense of humor. And all he ever says, actually, if I think about it, I think bit of dialogue between him and Bella is just how much they love each other. There's like no actual other words really spoken between them. It's just like, I love you so. You're the.
It's a taxing series.
It's exhausting.
I feel like we watched them all together.
Probably.
Like in theater. Like I feel like we went at least to a few.
Oh, I definitely went to the theaters.
Did I go to the last one with you?
No, we went to one and we dressed in Harry Potter stuff, right? Was that with you?
We're so stupid.
It's dumb. It's just
dumb.
dumb. We were just like, take that, Twilight, which we're
paying for.
Go see anyway.
And like enjoy a little bit. No,
Suck
I
on
was
that,
watching.
nerds.
So yeah, I had only read the preface to Twilight, so my understanding of this epic was portrayed through film by Kristen Stewart. Who
I think is beautiful, by the way. I know people like talk a lot of shit about her, and they hate her, but I think she's fine.
But the last movie, there was a scene where, okay, so basically the movie is a feature-length movie, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
About half of it is like, you come to find out is like supposition. Like
I don't know what that means.
Like it didn't happen. Like it was in the
last movie. in the last movie.
Yeah.
Okay. No.
So like you're watching, and all this crazy shit happens.
No, that was my favorite part.
And you're like, whoa. And then they're like, oh wait, that was just a what if.
No,
and then here's what is gonna happen. Nothing.
This is my favorite part about Twilight. Also, spoiler alert for everybody. Twilight. Nothing happens really, and the Volturi, who are like the villains in the series, don't do anything to them the entire time. They just keep saying like, "Hey, you're doing like something bad, so please stop doing that, or else we're gonna punish you." And then that's it. And so in the end, I was really excited because I saw everybody getting killed.
Yeah, they were getting heads were
brutally
flying.
Murdered. And I was like, okay, finally something's going on. And then it was like, no, that was just like one possible future of what could have happened or something. And then
what a waste of $12.
I also love that we don't like have like an itinerary of what we talk about, because I did not expect that we were going to be going on
Twilight. No, I just
not on the radar.
Let's see, what did I have on the docket today? I did, I always have shit to talk about old people.
Love it. Let's go.
Okay, I was in Safeway today. I was looking for something specific, and I was calling around stores, and they may be out of season, so I'm just going to tell you what I was looking for. I was looking for those cotton candy grapes.
I tried one the other day.
Oh, yeah?
I was going to get them for you, but I talked to Michael about it, and he was like, they're not cotton candy grapes. And I was like, what do you mean? And he's like, it's like a species of grape that kind of tastes like cotton candy, and that's why they call it cotton candy.
Right, no, but they're bred specifically
to taste
like cotton candy.
Yeah, I tasted it, and it did taste a little bit like cotton candy.
A little bit.
I mean, yeah.
Because I've heard that they just taste straight up like cotton candy.
I mean, it tastes like a grape that
tastes like cotton
candy brushed on top of it or something.
Oh, that's
It wasn't good.
Right.
It wasn't. I mean, it wasn't like, oh my god. Bleh. It was just like, oh, it's kind of weird.
Gotcha. Well, I was looking for those every damn place. I finally went to Safeway, just grabbed some shit because
I had that.
It was just one of those days, you know, and you had to come over here at 11 damn o'clock in the morning.
I know. I made it an early one today, and I apologize for that. It is early, and we're about to start this headache and tummy ache early.
I have not eaten yet.
Oh, shit.
This
I'm
is
sorry.
gonna be my...
Oh, you might throw up by one of the things I brought.
Oh, god damn it.
Like, I might throw up by one of the things I brought. Because, see, I had that kind of day yesterday when I was picking out the foods.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it was just like nothing was really speaking to me. You know, and then the stuff I found was almost like a cop out. Like it's like one of the things I found was like so gross that it's like,
mm-hmm.
you know what I mean? It's just obviously gross.
Yeah.
So, I mean,
they made it for someone.
they made it for someone, and I don't think we're gonna like it. But anyway, continue with your old.
Oh, the goddamn old at Safeway. So well, first of all, I'll say that I was surprised that she was a black old, because it's usually the whites that are giving everybody a bunch of shit.
Like the worst time.
And like the worst time and making everybody else miserable. Like the black old ladies are like doing their thing.
No problem, but
giving you some food.
the whites
like,
have a lot of preferences.
Preferences. Yes, they do.
They do.
But yeah, this old lady was like, first of all, she was a genius. I don't know how she like finagled and couponed her way from this like $40 thing to pay $2. But she like did it in such a way where the cashier had to like rescan everything 5 times, and then she had to like do 3 separate transactions, and
My God.
by the end of it, she's obviously paying in nickels. She's 20 cents short. Oh, you know what? I just got to run to my car real quick. Everyone in line is like, no.
You're not running to your car real quick.
Like, we've seen you. You're not running anywhere.
And you're paying everything in
That's what, like,
coins?
I wasn't even that mad at that point because, I'd already waited for 10 minutes for this old lady, and then she starts paying in nickels. I'm like, well, this is just kind of, like, funny now. Like,
Yeah.
this is the stereotype.
Like,
This
literally
is it.
paying in nickels.
Yeah, and pennies, and, like,
Oh, my God.
everything she could find. Not enough.
And didn't even have enough.
Didn't even have enough.
Back when I worked at the weed store, people would do that sometimes, too. They'd come in and they'd be like, oh, I want, like, the highest percentage of THC, big
Lowest
bud,
money.
lowest money. And then they would just pull out, like, pennies and nickels. And I'm like, really? You're going to make me count out all these damn pennies, like, nasty pennies and nickels for you?
So, both of our husbands work at dispensaries, marijuana dispensaries. Some dude came in the other day. It was Tom and 2 other people, and this guy came in. He said that he looked clean but like drunk, maybe our age. He comes in like kind of asking for a job, like touching a bunch of stuff that he's like clearly not supposed to be touching. They're asking him, hey, can you stop touching things? He is like looking at the iPad on the counter, taking it. They're like, no. So he starts grabbing shit off of the wall as fast as he can, pocketing it. Tom goes in the and there are 2 entrances into the store, like the room where you buy the weed.
Yeah.
He's trying to like go in between them, trying to like figure out a way to get out.
Oh no.
Tom barricades one, and his other coworkers are just pulling like grams and grams and grams of weed out of his pockets. It's crazy.
And he's just like freaking out standing there, or what?
He's laughing, being weird.
Oh no, that's scary.
And my favorite part of this is that one of Thomas's coworkers just while she's grabbing all the shit out of his pockets, looks at him. She goes, "You're a fool. You look like a fool." he's laughing. The other one's going, "Give me your ID."
You're a fool.
I love that.
Wow.
You're a fool.
Did you know that if you work in weed, you cannot get a home loan? Just
Good
found
thing
this
our
out.
parents have money.
So if you're working at a weed shop and you're trying to get, I guess I should say, an FHA loan. I'm not going to go into details, but to whoever I'm speaking to, if you work in the weed industry,
for those listeners that don't know, not me, I definitely know. What's a HFFA?
FHA is like it's like a first time home buyers. Loan. And
yeah.
it's
I knew that.
it's like it's like a government entity, so it's instead of putting down 20% on a house like you usually have to do with like a conventional loan, you only have to put down 3 or 5%.
What?
Yeah. But you have to go through like
My credit's
this
so
whole
bad.
system. Yeah, I think they take that into account too. Like I think it helps. It's good for people who need it, but